Last time on The Great Ace Attorney 2.
I don't think that I could be dead wrong, but I don't think Gregson is ultimately the actual baddie here.
Poor choice of words there. Dead wrong. Are you trying to take the mickey out of it?
Besides, if there's one thing we know, it's that he is absolutely not professional baddie material.
Oh, yeah, this notebook does have a lot of stuff about what the Reaper got up to these past 10 years. Names of victims, dates and places and stuff. And the last entry in there was the 31st of October. It said grouse for the place on that date, and then the name of the mark.
So, who was to be this final mark?
Oh, let me have a bash at it.
Seishiro.
What?
Jikoku?
What? Oh,
Well, then no wonder he failed the assassination attempt. I mean, that was just stupid. That was just stupid trying to do
Yeah.
It was like trying to fight a train.
Gregson missed his chance to kill his mark and return to British shores, but the Reaper wouldn't tolerate the mistake. So he killed the inspector, the Reaper, of course, being the accused, Barak Van Zeeks.
Hold it!
Here he... Oh, he's got the one! Yes!
Forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice while I stand accused of
You
murder.
beautiful, beautiful man!
Your hatred of me is understandable, but you're in danger of becoming a far more sinister Reaper yourself.
But you carried out your own investigations into the true identity of the Reaper, didn't you?
And those investigations proved conclusively that Gregson was one arm of the Reaper.
One arm? What are you on about?
So now I would like to take a moment to invite you to consider how many arms a human has. I trust that you are keeping up with your times tables.
What's time and a table got to do with anything? What do I do? Draw a clock on the tablecloth? What?
Believing it to be a reference to the Gentleman's Club, I went there on the day in question to investigate.
Unfortunately, completely misunderstood what Gentleman's Club meant.
I just wanted to make friends, honestly. I was just hoping to see another man I could talk to, have a smoke together in our high wingback chairs and smoking jackets. But no!
There was one point in this cross-examination when something that was said just didn't sit right with me. One statement that seemed odd. By you, Kazuma Asogi.
Oh!
This is a trunk that belonged to Inspector Gregson. Immediately after the inspector's body was discovered, one of the street peddlers made off with the trunk.
That was it.
Nobody should have known anything about the trunk. Unless, of course, we're talking about somebody who was present when the victim was killed.
Good day, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we play the games and do the other thing.
Yeah.
The other thing.
Yeah, you know.
How long have we been doing this?
Too long, some might say. Or not long enough, who knows? Some others might say not long enough, and some others might say
think not
just
long
the right
enough.
amount of time. The voices, that's the other thing that we do. I'm Pete.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Taylor.
Nice. And just before we hop on in, don't forget, if you do enjoy what we do, why don't you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell. And watch some of our other stuff. We've got some fun videos. But
Got one or two.
yeah, but anyway.
Oh, right. This is where Sarah had the yet another big brain moment, which I'm kind of losing track of, but like she correctly recalled or correctly raised the point that how on earth did Kazuma know about the guy's trunk?
Yeah.
No. How did Kazuma know about Gregson's
Passport.
trip? It was, or the passport or something. It was to do with. It was more to do with the passport. But it was, the idea is it was sealed inside the trunk. So
Yeah,
how
and
did we know?
I'd forgot about Sandwich taking it. I presume Gina had it.
It's
I just-
okay. Everybody forgets about me, including society.
Oh, now I feel bad.
I think Kazuma used karma to cleave a hole into the. I was trying to make a pun, but I couldn't think of one.
Shh.
So the question is, how did you know about the inspector's trunk?
No comment.
I plead
have
the
the
fifth.
I plead the fifth. We know the man went on a trip to France. Where else would he have put his passport?
Objection! Yes, objection! But you knew it was a metal trunk.
Oh.
Answer me honestly, Kazuma. Sorry, what were you saying? Oh, I thought one of you guys was trying to say.
No.
On 31st October. You can't tell that we're working.
Taylor, no one said anything. Read the line.
Where exactly were you?
No comment. At the port of Dunkirk, on board the SS Grouse.
Gospel.
Is that the answer you're looking for, Ryunosuke?
He was on
Sinister
the
strands.
grounds.
Was he, or is he just being sarcastic?
Well, yeah, so I suppose that's interesting.
Kazuma! What did you...
Oh no, he's not being sarcastic.
Because if he's... Because if he is being serious, if we aren't just taking it at face value and he was actually there, I'm still starting to... I'm wondering if he is a sleeper agent.
Oh no, it's like that game that makes some noise.
Well, no, it's not like Among Us, though, is it? Because the thing about Among Us is that obviously someone is being a spy all along and they know what they're doing. But a sleeper agent isn't. It doesn't quite work like that. Like
No. The game show, the one that you guys had shown me recently, the one where they had to go around to random people and then tell them the keywords.
Oh, Game Changer.
Oh, Game Changer.
That episode of Game
Yes.
Changer. Sorry, right. Available on Dropout, not sponsored.
He just walks up to Cosmo and says, "I'm just going to give you a hug right now." Sleeper agent activated.
Just get a load of this. get a load of these and all that.
Oh god.
Whatever the
It's
rest
like
of them
my
were.
worst nightmare.
The
If that
many-
was a challenge set to me.
The many activation keywords.
I hadn't considered the possibility before, but if Kazuma was there on the ship, then it can only have been for one purpose.
Oh no, Mr. Naruto! Surely you don't think...
Don't call me Shirley.
Come on, Ryunosuke! You know the rules.
And so do I.
The only thing that really talks in the courtroom is hard evidence.
A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. Wait a minute.
That's it.
No,
It's
getting
like-
sidetracked.
Don't you go flapping your flaccid evidence at me.
Whoa.
Only hard evidence will do.
My goodness, not even a semi will do.
No.
Gasp.
As I understand it, Inspector Gregson always took that case with him when he travelled. So as it stands, you've proved nothing.
Kazuma. Are you challenging me to prove it beyond all reasonable doubt?
The way he says it like that is like,
That you were there that day, in the same place as the inspector?
If the boot fits, Ryunosuke.
Guys?
He was there with Gregson.
There's a... Oh no! Guys, I'm not sure what he's referring to.
He's got that look in his
Oh,
eye again.
actually, no. I think there's that slash mark.
It's
I think
got to
that's
be
gotta
that,
what it is.
yeah.
There's a clue that you've overlooked. A secret that trunk can tell us. I can't be sure at this point. I'll need to verify it. But I have a nasty feeling that I'm going to be right.
The accusation being made is deeply disturbing, but nevertheless, we must test it. The defense will identify for the court where in the trunk this alleged clue is to be found. Where is the evidence that ties Prosecutor Asogi to Inspector Gregson?
The only thing that could cut through a metal trunk is glorious Nipponese steel folded
Yeah.
over 1,000 times.
Yep. Yep.
Have you seen this huge... Have you seen this huge gash across the side of the trunk here? It's gone right through the leather and into the metal behind.
Gosh, for a metal chest like this to have been so badly damaged, whatever made the gash must have struck the side of the trunk with considerable force.
I wonder how it happened.
Oh, are we just... Yeah, should we get them to open it, just in case?
No,
Let's have a
it's
look
got
inside.
it changes to present underneath.
No, I know it does. I was just looking to see if there was anything else. It's
I
like-
think it's got to be the slash.
I'm presuming they're not going to say anything else.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, Do you see that? There's something stuck in the side of the trunk here.
So,
Glinting.
so I'm going to be honest. That wasn't intentional. I just thought that, like, because it had opened, I thought with it being, I thought it was like we could click on it from the other side, and it was like, cool, it really has gone all the way through, hasn't it? And,
Yeah.
like, okay.
It looks like a fragment. Oh, interesting. It looks
Oh
like
no, it's the pipe all over again.
So what this is Pete like failing the task successfully,
Yeah,
or
it seems that way.
because I didn't. I mean, you know, we've got there, but not for the reasons I intended.
But it's wedged in so tightly, I can't remove it.
Well, don't cut yourself. You'd better leave it, I think.
So
Well, that's
it-
it.
Really,
so-
Ryunosuke?
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Oh, God,
so
yeah.
so it is. Yeah, because from that angle, I didn't even notice it. But yeah, of course it is.
I guess Karuma wasn't very well made if it's broke.
Oh no. Oh
Okay.
no, you dare insult the Asogi clans. Got it! There's a small piece of metal lodged in the wall of the trunk here, like the tip of a blade.
Eh? A blade?
A blade.
A blade?
A blade.
Oh, for God's sake. we
Kazuma.
haven't got all day.
Slung around your waist as ever today is the esteemed blade Karuma. Karuma. Karuma? Karuma.
Is it Karuma?
Caramel?
Well, it's supposed to be like
Caramel.
karma, but Karuma.
Yeah. Of course it is.
I like that he's got two swords as well. He's not
Won't
edgy
you
enough.
draw it here in this courtroom for all to see?
Exercise caution, my learned friend. That man is the son of London's most notorious killer.
Uh-oh.
Bailiff! Watch Prosecutor Asogi like a hawk!
What? Oh, get paid enough. What is this? Weird man with waving around a sword? What is this? What? I got a wife and 5 kids at home. Fuck, blimey.
Just 5.
Oof. Oof. That won't be necessary.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Tip is missing.
Oh no!
The tip is broken.
Just the tip. Sorry.
He only put
the
the
wrong
tip
one.
into the gash.
Oh,
Taylor, that's disgusting.
Gross.
That's the tip of the sword into the gash on the side of the trunk. What do you guys think I could be implying?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you just use the honk?
Yes, you did.
Well, I used the honk. I used the honk as a horny bat by accident. I went to press the horny bat button, and it was the goose. I was like, "Oh, whoops! Oh well."
We got a goose instead.
The horny goose.
The horny goose.
Serious. If the fragment of metal from the trunk fits together with the end of the sword, the question of who was there with Inspector Gregson will be answered. Agreed? Kazuma Asogi?
It's aggressive name calling. Yes, that is my name.
Expertly done, Ryunosuke. That's a point to you, and well deserved.
Quite literally, a sword point to me.
Do you mean to tell the court, Prosecutor Asogi?
Yes. On the 31st of October, I accompanied Inspector Gregson to Dunkirk in order to carry out a mission.
So the additional person authorized to travel
Was me. Interesting.
And the mission was?
The assassination of the Mark.
What? What? What?
Okay. What the F?
So wait. Did Strongheart put Kazuma up to kill Gregson,
I guess.
and then
did.
he failed, and now he, Strongheart's pretending like he doesn't know anything, but Kazuma's trying to lead us to it, so that
Maybe.
the evidence of his crimes will be unavoidable.
Maybe.
You mean you're the killer whose name was omitted from this notebook? You were following the Reaper's orders to dispatch Judge Jikoku. You'll need more than a sword to kill me, son.
Nanomachine, son!
Nanomachine, son.
He just bursts in.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I have killed no one.
Explain.
As in, I didn't kill him. As in, he's still alive. As in, he's...
As in, I did not kill her. I did not. This bullshit.
Oh, gavel.
Oh, hi, Ryunosuke.
Ryunosuke.
Oh, hi, Runo.
Oh, hi, Runo. I accepted the assassination mission, yes. And I accompanied Gregson to Dunkirk.
This is why you can't let kids play Assassin's Creed, because then they get swords, and then they want to go take on marks and everything.
Well, I guess I've not got to that stage yet, because I've played most of the Assassin's Creed games.
Those poor marks. Oh, hi, Mark. But not for,
I'm-
not for long.
Well, the thing is, Sarah, if you told us, you would be almost as bad an assassin as Assassination with the goose on her head,
Well, there is that.
No one's going to
loudly
suspect...
announcing your presence
Look,
for all to
no
see.
one is going to suspect someone with a live goose literally on their head, though, are they?
It's a
I suppose
swan,
there
wasn't
is
it?
that.
Was it a swan?
I think it was a swan.
I guess it was a swan, yes.
It's more funny if it was a goose. But I never had any intention of carrying out the plan.
You were never going to do it.
We can believe Kazuma-sama. I'm sure. I hope so.
Ryunosuke's just like, you what?
Really?
After all, Judge Jikoku arrived safely in London the following day.
Again,
Now,
assuming
are you sure
that-
that's because we can trust him and not because Judge Jikoku is a beast of an individual who can break a soul with his
Absolutely.
teeth?
I don't think Kazuma would be standing right now if Judge Jikoku had
I mean-
anything to do with it.
That is also a good point. I mean, the thing is, this is all pointing to the idea that Judge Jikoku was not technically the mark here.
Yeah. Soz, boss. On the 31st, I boarded a train from London with Inspector Gregson.
I must remember to fire him later.
Or kill him
Or
later.
kill him. Have him killed. Oh, wait, damn, he's the assassin. Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
That's it.
The mark is you.
Oh no, it's Looper all over again.
Oh, God. We travelled to Dover, from where we crossed the Channel to Dunkirk. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. Then we boarded the SS Grouse and made for the cabin deck, as indicated in the plan.
You went to Judge Jikoku's cabin.
Exactly. He wasn't there, though. We decided to wait, but
But you've already told us you had no intention of going through with it anyway.
I didn't come to Great Britain to take anyone's life. So I left Gregson and disembarked the ship. I spent that night at a boarding house in the town and returned to England the following morning.
I don't buy any of that.
No.
A boarding house in Dunkirk?
My signature will be in the register book. It would be simple enough to verify.
Then, what became of Jikoku?
Gregson was no assassin, so the mark was spared. I'm sure it's easy enough to imagine what happened after that. Gregson returned to England as well, having failed to complete the mission. He met with the Reaper in the room on Fresno Street to report the failure, causing the infuriated mastermind to pull the trigger.
Of course, it's Van Zeek's silhouette there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, they're still trying to assert that it was him.
And end his wretched agent's life. That's the real truth behind Inspector Gregson's murder.
Objection! But if you did nothing as you claim, how did the tip of your sword come to be lodged in the inspector's trunk?
That's a good question. Oh, bother, I'd
damn.
forgotten about that. I don't need to answer that.
Beg pardon?
The victim was killed by a gunshot. A small fragment of a Japanese blade isn't relevant to the case. And accordingly, I choose to exercise my right to silence on that matter.
Be that as it may, the court will sequester the sword as evidence.
No. As you wish, my lord.
Once again, he has been stripped of Karuma.
Oh, poor Sticky.
Sticky.
We must take immediate action now to verify whether Seishiro Jikoku remains unharmed.
What? Remains unharmed?
I agree. That should be our first priority.
Oh no, something has tragically happened to him. How could it possibly have happened? Oh, it was obviously Gregson, I guess.
What, he came
Or
back
whoever.
from the dead?
Or someone. One of the other assassins. Oh no.
It's recently come to my attention that he hasn't been seen since yesterday.
Yeah. I mentioned that last episode.
How did you?
When a foreign dignitary invited to Britain goes missing for 24 hours, it's only natural the question of his safety should arise.
You don't mean to say that you think Judge Jikoku may have been killed?
The Reaper has more than one assassin at his disposal, and he has the power and influence to give orders from inside of a prison cell.
You flatter me, truly.
Isn't that right, Lord Van Zeeks?
If I were truly the Reaper, I'd be able to tell you. Order! Order in court! Order! We will take an emergency recess for 30 minutes.
Now!
Guests of the symposium have been told to maintain regular contact with the organizer's office. If the man can't be located within half an hour, we will have to assume the worst.
Oh no! Not Judge Jikoku! How on earth did anyone get the upper hand on him? Have you seen him?
He's like flipping Kingpin.
No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man. who
I
was
beg
surrounding
your
the country.
pardon! How dare you call me harmless?
Why don't you come over here, and I'll show you how harmless I am.
I've broke a bench before, I'll do it again, by Jove.
No seat can contain these cheeks.
Rip.
Whoa.
Could just, like, break a chair with his ass cheek.
Yeah, he just goes to sit down and the chair just forfeits immediately.
Nope. No one would want to kill a harmless Japanese man who's only just arrived in the country.
Okay, is Ryunosuke gonna have like I thought for sure it was gonna flash to Ryunosuke and he was going to be like, calling Judge Jikoku harmless is kind of a stretch, but sure.
It's a mood.
Except, that is, for the Reaper wanting to finish off a mark that slipped through the net 10 years ago.
I would have to agree. Mr. Naruhodo, for the defense's sake,
My lord?
I sincerely hope we are successful. If we're unable to confirm Mr. Jikoku's healthy existence in the next 30 minutes, you will face grave difficulties.
Certainly not Strongheart trying to conspire to frame Van Zeeks.
Court is adjourned for 30 minutes, precisely. Tick-tock, everybody.
That's 30 seconds you've wasted already.
We probably should have left, Miss Susato.
Yeah. Kazuma-sama, the Reaper's assassin. I feel as though I'm in a nightmare.
I can hardly believe it either. But on the other hand, Kazuma isn't in the habit of making up stories.
I have such a terrible sense of foreboding. If something awful has happened to Judge Jikoku. And I feel as though things will only spiral further and further out of control.
I felt it from the moment I stepped into the courthouse this morning. That strange sensation that we were careering?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be careening, I would think.
Careering does... I don't know.
I've never heard of careering.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. It doesn't sound wrong, but...
Careering towards a foregone conclusion. Well, in the worst case, you might only have 30 minutes left. Unfortunately, though, I don't think there's anything we can do but wait now. We're out of options.
Actually, there may be one last hand we can play. Or rather, one last ear.
Tug on the ears of the bunny.
Yeah.
Of course! The little Mr. Sholmes doll that Iris gave us.
If for some reason you completely run out of options in the trial today, then just pull this little Hurley's ears as hard as you possibly can.
Perhaps now was the time. What should I do? Pull Hurley's ears or not?
Hurley. Oh.
I love it. I love it.
What do we think?
Well,
I feel like we should pull it.
I think like we should. Has it got like Jikoku's location or something?
I just mostly want to see what it does.
Yeah.
Here goes then. I'm going to do it!
Good luck, Mr. Naruhodo.
No looking back. Heave!
Ow!
Oh, that should have been to you. Go on then.
Ow!
That scream! It sounded like Mr. Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes? Where are you?
Here, my dear fellow, here!
It's the felt doll talking!
Pull the ears again, Mr. Naruhodo, as hard as you can.
All right then, I'll put all my strength into it. Heave!
Ow! Please, my dear fellows, you don't need to pull my ear off.
Okay. Dress.
Mr. Sholmes! Where are you?
Cutest little walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Myself and my trusty partner
Or on the SS Burya.
Yeah.
Oh, grouse. Okay, it just looks exactly the same. Are presently in the first-class cabin area of the SS Grouse.
The SS Grouse!
She left Dover last night after the final pieces of cargo were loaded.
Jikoku.
We are currently docked at
How did
Dunkirk.
it do that? Did it just jump back like a little automaton?
Maybe it's got like one of those little sort of drawstrings.
Oh, maybe.
We are currently docked at Dunkirk, but due to be underway again in half an hour.
You've taken a ship to France!
Please, even with my athletic prowess, I would struggle to jump the Straits of Dover. After we left Baker Street last night, we hurried by cab to the station and by train to the port. In order to board this vessel in time.
So, you mean you'd already worked it out? The steamship was where everything really took place.
Mr. Naruhodo, pray, what is my name?
Harelock Sholmes? Oh, wait, no. Harelock Sholmes. World-famous great detective.
Oh, honestly, honestly, Ryunosuke, I'm blushing. Recited to perfection. Well done.
You're a genius, Mr. Sholmes. That's only one word for it.
Ow, oh. Mr. Susato, gently with this genius's ear, please.
Oh my, I'm ever so sorry.
Oh, sir, if I may, Mr. Sholmes.
Is it or is it Jikoku?
Ah,
Oh no.
there
yeah.
you are, Mikotoba.
You may remember that it was in fact I who made the connection to the SS at Scottish Yard yesterday when we examined that notebook and I recalled my steamship ticket.
But of course it was, my dear fellow. And not once did I controvert that fact. I merely had our court-bound companions utter my name.
Of course you did.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
We've just entered a recess. The trial resumes in 30 minutes from now.
And if we're unable to present any new leads, then I'm afraid to say.
Do not fret, please. It's for precisely that purpose that my partner and I have made this journey. I have no doubt we shall have welcome news for you within the half hour.
Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. That would be wonderful.
Until later, then.
Yes,
Ow.
you'll be hearing from us if you're not in touch first.
Ow! I shan't be hearing anything if you keep tugging my ear in that mindless fashion.
Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operated? Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever was the idea behind making a receiver operated in that way in the first place, Sholmes?
Why the deuce would I know? It's Iris's invention, not mine.
Just
Definitely
causing
not made
pain.
when she was mad at Harelock.
Whilst I know how much you enjoy being the hero of the hour, Sholmes, we have but half that now before the grouse puts to sea again. If we don't conclude our investigations rapidly, we shall find ourselves in Naples before long.
There are times, Mikotoba, when you make a surprising amount of sense. So, let us begin.
Oh, it's his brother.
Wow.
First class cabin number 2. Yes, this is the one.
Duh.
I don't believe an investigation of the cabin is going to be plain sailing.
Yet.
Did you catch what I did there, Mr. Sholmes?
Oh, very good, Mikotoba, very good.
Very droll.
Honestly, if only we didn't have only half an hour!
That crewman standing in front of the door is an angry-looking fellow.
I want you to know that I can hear you. Why you are loitering here? Who are you?
My dear fellow, do you not recognize a world-famous great detective when you see one?
Look at the definition on his muscles, Jeebles.
Yeah.
The question really ought to be, who are you?
Man who is going to throw you out of
Oh.
ship.
Oh, he's got Sholmes written on his arm.
Yep.
Do you not recognize world-traveling great sailor Tichkin Stroganoff when you see? Great detective. Ha! I don't think so.
Do you see that, Mikotoba? It would appear that this man is a devoted follower of mine.
Goodness me! Is that a tattoo? That says Sholmes.
I must say, whilst such adoration is flattering, naturally, it does leave me a little cold.
What are you talking about? Leave now!
How distressing. My loyal devotee knows me only by name and not by appearance. And yet, I already know a great deal... Sorry. And yet I already know a great deal about you, sir. You have a brother, I believe. Like yourself, he's a shipman. Currently traveling the world aboard a Russian steamship, in fact.
How could you know this?
I absolutely have not been on the other boat in question and met said fellow.
Let nobody say that Harelock Sholmes does not know seamen.
It wasn't like Mikotoba saying that stuff, but no, okay. Elementary, my dear Mikotoba.
I'm sure it was. 3 days ago, I was bound for London aboard this ship, you see. We're looking for one of my fellow passengers, a man by the name of Jikoku.
There is no one with his name on board.
But we know that he
Definitely
purchased
not.
it. But we know that he purchased a ticket for passage.
Yet, no, Tichkin, no idea. No. Ah, you mean Easterman. He left the ship 2 hours ago. Here at Dunkirk. He said something about emergency, I think.
Uh-oh.
What? Are you sure?
Oh, yes, very sure. This is why I'm not looking at you at all.
So, Seisha has realized that we're after him, has he?
His cabin is the one behind you. We should like to investigate, please.
No! I have orders not to let even mouse inside.
Is that why there's a trap on the floor? I took it seriously.
Mikotoba, be a good man and draw this sailor's attention away, would you?
You do
For
realise
no-
I've stood here.
For
I
no
can't hear you.
particular reason. I can't think of any reason why I'd want you to do that. Make up some excuse so that he leaves the area.
If you're going to be planning, maybe you should do it out of earshot. Doesn't Great Detective see that even sailors have ears both left and right?
Uh-oh. Oh, bother.
Oh, curses! The plan is ruined.
And you have only yourself to blame, I'm afraid, Sholmes.
Forget it. Cabin door is locked. Even if I am not here, you cannot get inside. This is the lock-picking lawyer.
Mikotoba, I'm sure you haven't forgotten my special talent, have you?
Opening any lock?
Within a mere 5 seconds. So, if you'd be so kind as to afford me the requisite time, old friend, in your typically accommodating manner.
How could I refuse such a typically unappealing request, old friend? So, I need to distract that burly sailor for 5 seconds, do I?
I just imagine he's like, puts on a dress or something and walks by. He just
5 seconds.
"Oh, hello.
Good man. So, the game is afoot.
In fact, I've had a spiffingly excellent idea. Why don't you put your foot on that mousetrap, and that will cause the
Well,
distraction.
I think it's going to 100% be either the mousetrap or maybe the alarm or... I mean, let's see. So we'll go for the obvious.
This must be a mousetrap, I think. Perhaps I could distract the crewman's attention with this somehow. Give it a go. Snap. Choo choo!
Or is that supposed to be a mouse? Oh, choo choo!
Choo choo.
I don't know. Choo choo! It's not what mice sound.
That sounds like Big Mouse and Trap. Tichkin forget that he was the one that... I will bring bucket of water later and put out of misery.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
In any case, my dear fellow, that was quite unconvincing. Only Japanese mice make a chew sound.
Oh, really, Sholmes? Pray tell, what sound do Russian mice make?
Vodka. Lots of it.
PP, naturally. Though also quite unconvincing, I'd readily admit.
Tichkin's just standing there like, I am not paid nearly enough.
So go ahead, Mikotoba. Do a PP this time.
No PP in the hallway.
But I don't need to go.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure I can come up with an alternative solution. Okay, if not the mousetrap, then perhaps the alarm bell.
Right next to him.
This would appear to be an alarm bell. Well, hell would break loose if that thing were to ring. The whole crew would know about it. Let's go. Go for it.
Uh-oh.
Here goes, then. Pardon me in advance, although I don't know who I'm talking to. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
You! What are you doing? If we were at sea, that would be very bad problem.
It's like just someone else.
What's going on down there? Salmon Stroganoff, report at once. Yeah. Sorry, sir. Nothing to report. It was just a stupid trick. No, not by me, by world famous... no! As I told you.
Now, Sholmes, now!
Done.
Your allotment of vodka will be cut in half. No, sir, niet! I beg of you!
Not even 5 seconds, eh?
Well, don't just stand there gawping at my brilliance, Magotama. In we go.
Oh, yes.
Click out of
Slam the
one,
door behind.
2 is binding, and we're in. I like that it's kind of come full circle now. Like, we started on a ship
Yeah.
investigating, and now we are back on a ship investigating.
I mean, it's like exactly the
okay.
same room.
Good gracious.
It would appear that the occupant of this cabin did indeed disembark rather hurriedly.
Oh, please say he's either in the trunk or he's like managed to fold himself in the wardrobe or the trunk, please.
What, like Ryunosuke?
Yeah, it's got to be the... Oh, that would be funny.
Those clothes on the floor there. There's Seishiro's without question.
He's in the wardrobe. He's got to be.
Or the trunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it seems we are just a little too late.
Yes. By about 2 hours.
Still, whilst we're here, we should investigate thoroughly. There may well be 2 hours worth of clues to find in here.
But that burly crewman may return at any moment, Sholmes.
Indeed he may, which makes this all the more thrilling.
Alrighty, more examining. Oh, they bunged up the thing.
So I can't hear, yeah.
There's a speaking tube here, look. Though it's been stoppered with some cloth. But the voices of the crewmen on the bridge aren't an annoyance, I suppose.
Or indeed, so that the voices in I can't speak today.
I can't read lines, apparently. Sorry.
Or indeed, so that the voices in this cabin aren't heard elsewhere.
Oh no, the disease is spreading.
Could something have happened?
Hop
here?
from me to Pete.
Could something have happened in here that was for no one else's ears, do you think?
Either that, or it could be to prevent snakes from entering.
That's really become a favourite case of yours, hasn't it?
Okay.
Quite the exquisite glass, I must say. See here how it...
Is something wrong, Sholmes? Who suddenly trailed off?
Ice, Mikotaba. Ice? What opulence the first-class passengers enjoy. Chilled drinks.
It's not melted.
I could say,
Yeah.
is that ice?
Yeah. But
Looks
I
kind
wonder
of-
if he's getting at the fact that, like, if he's left 2 hours ago, it would have melted.
Yeah, you would think, yeah.
Pardon?
Could it be that this steamship is equipped with an electrically refrigerated cold room, do you think?
All that!
Well, it is a luxury liner after all. They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce, as well as ice.
Now, wasn't
Like
there
dead bodies.
I was going to say, wasn't there something about a refrigerator?
Yes,
Yes.
because that was
Gregson
was stored
Yeah.
was refrigerated. Because my waifu was saying that it was possible that he'd been refrigerated, and then Strongheart was like, no, there's no refrigerator within a 20-block radius.
Yeah.
But if Gregson was killed on board the Grouse or close by,
Yeah.
and just bunged him in the freezer.
Yeah. Bunged him in the freezer.
Good job he didn't get served up as first class lunch.
Oh, no.
They have enormous refrigerators for storing all sorts of lavish produce, as well as ice. On our voyage from Japan, we enjoyed culinary delights from all over the world.
Suddenly, Mikotaba, the sight of you is making my mouth water.
Well, goodness, I'm a married man, or I was.
I haven't taken on the flavour of the food I ate, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Show just turned into a cannibal in like 5 seconds.
These are the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Additionally, there are severe punishments for stowing away in wardrobes and or travel cases.
I feel the rules have increased since I last read them. Probably just my imagination.
Nice.
What about the fact that they're not straight on the wall? Doesn't that strike you?
You may be right. Probably just your imagination, though. A trifle.
Are you imagining
Editor's
this food again?
note.
And you know what I always say, Makotaba? There is nothing important about trifles.
It's probably just my imagination, but I think that might be slightly off.
I will say,
trifle.
Pete, I commend you for your ability to have the conversation with yourself.
Oh, I appreciate that, because I keep getting annoyed because I'm like, why isn't Makotaba quite right? Because Makotaba's got this sort of like,
Oh, yes, hello there. Hello.
which, and I've kind of been messing it up because I've been kind of making it a little bit too much like the previous judge.
Hello there, everybody. It's me, the judge.
And yeah, it's been annoying me. I've been like trying to be like, what is it? What's missing? What am I forgetting?
No, see, I think you've been doing good.
Well, I
think you've been doing
appreciate
good.
that. Thank you. Where are we?
Should we look at the trunk or the wardrobe?
I mean, they seem like the really obvious ones. I'm trying to sort of like skirt around them. We will get to the trunk.
The wall is a slightly different color just here. Do you see?
Indeed. What you have observed arises when a frame that has been hanging for some time is removed. Perhaps your friend is an art thief.
Now, there's a bold deduction worthy of a great detective, I'm sure.
He may very well be the elusive thief who has been plaguing France's galleries of late.
I think perhaps we should focus our attentions elsewhere, Sholmes. Don't you? That outline on the wall. I feel as though I might have spotted something of a similar shape and size.
Oh, it was
elsewhere.
moved. The rules were moved.
Indeed. The rules.
These are the rules of passage.
Yeah, we know that. Just, can we not... We just imagine, you know what I say about trifles. No?
No.
Alright then. Unless we can... Nope. Okay. It's probably not important then, I guess. Editor's note. It will no doubt be important.
Plenty of reading material to keep passengers occupied on the long sea voyages. I found the mixture of classic literature and easy reading to be most satisfactory, I must say.
Whoever stocked this bookcase was a hopeless heretic. There's no copy of the Adventures of I nearly said it. I so nearly said it. There's no copy of the Adventures of Harelock Sholmes, my dear fellows.
I'm afraid it's just me, but no, you're quite right. More blasphemous than overlooking the Bible.
I shall leave a copy behind. I just happen to have one with me.
You're a true missionary of the Church of Great Detectives, aren't you?
All right then. I guess nearly. We'll do. Oh, there's the bin as well. Sorry, Taylor. I was gonna say the clothes, then the bin, then the trunk. That's a substantial. That's a substantial heap of clothes on the floor. An overcoat, shirts, a dressing gown. I'm sorry,
Momahiki?
Momahiki.
Momohiki work trousers, a Tanzan robe, a Haramaki waistband. Clearly the clothing of a Japanese man.
And clearly, Japanese men are unaccustomed to the culture of the wardrobe.
It looks to me as if they've been thrown in a heap like that in something of a hurry.
Indeed. You could help yourself to a Japanese man's shirt, perhaps.
Looked like a circus tent.
I'm sure you made mention of packing too few.
I'd very likely drown in one of Seishiro's shirts. No, I'll just buy any extras I need, I think. Have you seen the man? He's practically a mountain.
Bin.
This is the waste paper basket. Look, and there's still rubbish inside.
Indeed. Then let us pry. I've discovered recently I have a penchant for exploring the contents of others' waste paper baskets. It's a bit like Bingus from Murder of Sonic.
Yeah.
Or Barry, as he's
Barry.
colloquially known. I can't say it.
Colloquially.
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 It's hard to say that word, I'm sorry.
I sincerely hope only for your work.
What do you think, Tails?
I don't know. I mean, there could be
There's always something in the waste paper basket.
Ah!
Might be a clue, guys.
Here we have a notice issued to passengers from 3 days ago.
3 days ago? The night before we arrived in London, then? When I was still aboard myself. Following departure from the port of Dunkirk, all crew members are required to... Okay, bye. Ah, yes. There was an evacuation drill. I remember now. For our safety and security, all first-class passengers were constantly under the watchful eye of the crew.
Oh, is that when they could have, stowed Gregson in the fridge?
So,
Oh, probably.
it was a welcome relief to have some privacy for once.
Maybe.
I hope Judge Jikoku's not involved in these. Oh my god.
All right. That's a very sizable trunk indeed.
Seishiro is partial to all things large.
Well.
Large gavel, large clothes, large pedestal to stand on.
And a rather clumsy fellow, if he failed to notice he'd left that behind.
Perhaps he left it on purpose. It's lighter than you might think, but still a hindrance to its speedy escape. See, it's very heavy. Quite light for him, perhaps, though.
Oh, it is not. Oh no, oh no. Pity. It's locked, so we can't look inside.
Well, perhaps you could do that 5-second lock-picking thing you just demonstrated. Surely, 5 seconds from now, the situation will be quite different, though.
Sadly not. It has a 7-digit combination lock. And I'm not in a morose enough mood to work through all the combinations at present. Oh, we didn't get to look at the wardrobe. Sorry, Taylor.
You are still here.
I was literally, the wardrobe was going to be the next thing.
Ah, Abel Seaman Stroganoff. Hello again.
I was beginning to think you'd never materialize.
You are waiting for me?
Of course! I was expecting you to burst in with a hearty Russian profanity far sooner.
I was in trouble with Captain because of trick you played before.
Poor innocent Titchkin.
Was it, sorry?
Titchkin.
Titchkin.
Chichkin.
Titchkin. I don't know. Tell us in the comments.
Get in the comments! Yes.
Poor innocent Chichkin.
It is all your fault. Ship is leaving port soon. Get off, now!
Of course! We shall disembark presently, my dear fellow. But first, there is something that must be done, and I do hope it's opening the wardrobe.
Yeah, me too.
What are you talking about?
Why, naturally, the debunking of your deceit and the bearing of the truth.
Kakoi!
Kakoi? Okay. I'm afraid I see through your lies.
I bet the combination for the trunk is going to be hidden behind that, the rules, would be my guess.
I like this little tune that's playing in the background because it reminds me of the opening to Apollo Apollo Justice's objection theme.
And if you'd like to see us play Apollo Justice, well then, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Because
We are.
well, I mean,
we will.
yeah, because we've got it. I mean, I guess those of you who are subscribed to us already know, because we got it. We pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Anyway, for one thing, Mr. Jikoku has not yet left this vessel at all. It'd be so funny if he's not in the water. Mr. Jikoku has not yet left this vessel at all.
He's folded himself in the little tiny drawer in the bureau.
God. And for another, my dear Seaman Stroganoff. I don't like saying that. You know exactly where the man is as we speak, don't you?
I imagine he's been wrestled into either the wardrobe or the trunk.
How?
Sorry.
How can you?
I'm wondering if he's got it written on his arm, if that's the combination. But it's...
Oh, and it's upside down. It's like 5041.
I'm like,
oh,
yeah.
Because,
Yeah,
Sholmes-
7 digits.
Yes, numbers. Isn't it? You
'Cause-
can write Sholmes
Because
in numbers.
the E looks like a 3.
Yes.
I wonder if it's like...
Very good.
I think that might be it. And he's locked him in the trunk and he's like, right, here's the combination to get me back out.
That's it. Yes. It's, like when you would write boobs and boobies on the calculator.
On the calculator, yeah.
Don't pretend you didn't do it. Don't I know you flipping righteous people. I know you did do it. Don't
I
pretend
We all
definitely did
did.
it.
you did.
We were all immature kids once.
Good.
I'm
gracious.
still an immature kid. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Don't we know it? Dudumch.
Oh, don't be mean.
Good gracious, Sholmes. You mean you've worked it out? All of it?
Is it time for another logic? And
Will this be the only one that's not just like really stupid though? It'd be interesting to see him do one without Ryunosuke present to see if he is just putting it on for Ryunosuke.
I think he probably is.
It's really been too long, hasn't it, old friend? 10 years, no less. So, would you care to join me for a dance? Of my inimitable logic and reasoning.
Nothing would please me more.
What is this? What are you doing? What? What is this?
We have but minutes until the vessel puts to sea.
Where did you get light from? What?
No games now. The tiny little felt mouse.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Time? Wrong voice. Time is of the essence.
Oh.
Mr. Stroganoff, allow me to remind you of your earlier claim. You told us that Jikoku left the ship some 2 hours ago.
Duh, that is what I said.
Sadly, that was a rather clumsy lie. You see, there is something in this room that quite dearly contradicts it.
Clearly.
I said clearly, didn't I?
Said dearly.
Oh, meh. Meh.
What?
Ah, yes, of course.
I see you've noted it too, Mikotoba. Then, please, do take the lead.
Oh.
Okay, it really threw me. It really threw me that it was still Sholmes. What in this cabin is still something? Sorry. What in this cabin shows the impossibility of Jikoku having disembarked 2 hours ago?
It'll be the ice in the glass.
Ice, yeah.
Let's see what the last 3 years have done to your observational skills, then, Mikotoba.
It's been 10 years since we last did this, Sholmes, not 3.
Why, of course it has. Quite. Now, all the clues are here in this cabin for your eyes to see. But, as I always say, you must not merely look, but observe. Observe, and the answers become clear. So, impress me.
I think I can manage that. Okay, well, the ice, probably, maybe. Take that! Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, voice in my head, Sarah. Oh. I've still got the moves. Perhaps you should have cleared away that glass.
How curious that the ice shouldn't have melted despite it being abandoned 2 hours ago. It would appear that the man was here in this very cabin until moments before our arrival. With this well-chilled glass in hand.
Get your mind off the refreshments, Sholmes.
One might even conclude that somebody informed him of our boarding. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Stroganoff?
It was not me.
But why would Seishiro run from us?
Before we consider that question, allow me to confirm one small matter. Would I be correct in saying that these first-class cabins of the SS Grouse are the same ones in which you and Mr. Jikoku were accompanied on your voyage? Accommodated. Sorry. On your voyage from Japan.
Ah, that's right. They are. I was in the cabin next door, and Seishiro was, yes, 50 days in this very cabin during our voyage.
As I suspected. For you see, there are traces in this cabin of a dark secret that Mr. Jikoku had to hide.
That's why the frame's moving.
What traces?
I know nothing about this.
Ah, this is news to you, is it, Mr. Stroganoff?
Sholmes, what exactly are you getting at?
As I said, there are traces in this cabin of some nefarious activity. Wow.
Wow.
Cheeky.
No.
Something that appears out of place, which I'm quite sure won't have escaped your notice.
Something out of place in here.
I wonder if it's a blood stain, maybe.
I think it'll be the rules of the ship.
No, but
thing
I
that
wonder if
moved.
she.
I
I
mean,
wonder
what
behind
it's
it.
hiding.
Oh.
That's the key to this, Mikotoba. The remnants of the dark deed that took place in here are being masked by something quite. Was that ingenious?
Incongruous.
Incongruous. I couldn't see. Oh, yeah, okay. I must see. I didn't foresee you ever doing this dance of a. Ah! I must say, I didn't foresee ever doing this dance of deduction with you again, Mikotoba.
Are you okay, Mr. Detective? Are you having stroke or something?
Shut it!
No, quite. But life is full of unexpected twists and turns, as we well know. Now then, let's see if I can't uncover the truth here.
Yes, you have the floor, my dear fellow. This one. Okay, so
Is it that one or is it the frame moving?
I would imagine that
remnants.
it would be either, but yeah.
the remnants of the dark deed. Maybe it's gonna have to. I mean, this is remnants, right? Let's give it a go.
Yep.
Take that!
Yeah. No.
No.
Mikotoba, no games now were my words, were they not?
Come, Sholmes. Where's the fun in life without a little fooling around?
Except that we have mere moments before the ship must leave. Oh, quite right you are.
That was a close shave. We'd better rethink that before I'm the fool here.
All right then. So the rules then, I guess. Don't say it all again. You must. You must tilt your head to one side and listen carefully to the faint cries of the scene.
Look, Gabe, you're just being pedantic. It could have been
Here.
either one of those.
Hear the evidence calling out for you to find it. Here I am, it cries.
Well, your methods were never conventional, but you know, I've always been willing to give them a try. Don't hear anything though. Dear God, Mikotoba,
No,
open your...
it's Sholmes.
Oh, God. I'm doing well. Dear God, Mikotoba, open your eyes. It was a metaphorical listening that I was suggesting.
It is difficult to know with you sometimes. Take that!
rules of passage.
Oh! It's a little tap
The little
dancing number.
It's the rules of passage in this frame here. They're obviously out of place. The way they're hanging crooked on the wall, as if they were put there in a hurry.
I just imagine he ripped it off the wall and then used his fist to bash the nails back
Oh
in.
my god! Yes, as I'm sure you've already concluded. That frame was originally over here. The size and shape are a perfect match. I said it the wrong way around. I don't care.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Duh, you are right. When did frame move?
Hardly the most observant of crewmen, are you, Mr. Stroganoff? I would think your captain is quite justified in having his reservations about your reliability.
Oof.
Oh dear. That really seemed to touch a nerve.
So, Mikotaba, why don't you lift that frame off the wall?
Oh.
Gunshot.
That looks like a bullet hole.
What? Who has been shooting walls?
I must add this to list of rules.
I see. Projectile has been removed. Clearly, the careful occupant of this room has already disposed of it.
I needed some extra iron in my breakfast, so I just, tossed it in my cereal and went crunch, crunch, crunch.
Now then, Mr. Stroganoff,
Yeah.
I have the distinct impression that you're attempting to shield said occupant.
I don't know what you are talking about. Why would I try to protect Eastern stranger?
Ah, so we're talking about the same man, I see. Good.
Ugh.
Instant transmission. then. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this in no time, aren't you? Because there's some very noteworthy evidence that explains the reason why you're lying for the man. Yes, you've been told to keep up with this pretense, as clearly shown by...
I really don't know how to approach this one, Sholmes.
Oh, my dear fellow Mikotaba. My dear Mikotaba. Simply keep first principles in mind. Study your subject from every angle, and I'm quite sure that you'll see it. In fact, I'd put a wager on it.
So, I am to glare at the fellow from all sides. Well, I can certainly do that.
Is it the writing on his arm?
I mean, I think...
Oh, he's been bribed. He's been
A wad of
bribed.
banknotes.
It's almost too obvious for words.
Quite. The universal language of the world. Money.
Yeah!
And I'd wager that the Eastern fellow in question is Seishiro Jikoku. Yes?
Yeah!
So, I presume you realize what this means. There are clear signs that a crime has been committed in this cabin. And the way you're going, sir, you'll find yourself accused of being an accomplice.
But
I believe you know, Mr. Stroganoff. You know where Mr. Jikoku is hiding at this precise moment in time.
It is in the trunk.
And your glance. We need only follow your furtive glance.
Oopsie.
As always, Mikotaba, in matters of deduction, the furtive glance, it's almost like I finally learned, is your unfaltering ally.
Yes, I think you're onto something there, Sholmes. You found the chink in this burly fellow's armor.
We need only follow the man's gaze to know where our prey is hiding. The slightest flicker of the pupils, a minutely delayed blink. Nothing escapes my attention, even that which is barely perceptible, although he did seem to stare at it for some time, admittedly.
You could have hardly called that barely perceptible, Sholmes. The man's turned his entire head. It's not exactly what you describe as a furtive glance, is it? It's almost too obvious.
We shall let your tapping toes decide, my dear fellow. The box.
Yep.
Or is it the trunk? Or is it the wardrobe? I think it's probably the...
I think it's a trunk.
It's not the waist.
No, he's
bit,
definitely in the bin. That's it.
Well, I'm thinking what else is there? Could it be a red herring? But no, it's probably the trunk. And as you say, that's
He's
the
looking
common-
behind him, so.
Screw it.
And it's got.
You turned immediately to look at this large trunk, didn't you?
Ah!
Truth is, Seishiro Jikoku was unable to escape from the ship in time, and is, at this very moment, doing his best to stifle his breath inside this trunk.
If he still has breath to take, I fear he may be running dangerously low on air. I imagine he didn't count on us making a nuisance of ourselves for quite so long. I think it would be in everyone's best interests for us to open the trunk as quickly as possible.
This is where he just like punches through the side of the trunk.
Yeah.
But how can we? Are you forgetting about the combination lock? We don't know the 7-digit code.
The combination lock can't be opened from inside the trunk. Therefore, there must have been an arrangement for somebody to open it after our departure. Oh, would you look at that?
Of course.
In short, before Jikoku hid himself inside that trunk, he must have told somebody the 7-digit number for the lock. As I'm sure you can confirm, Mr. Stroganoff.
No, I know nothing about combination code. Ignore what's on my arm.
So I'm not sure what the last E is.
6.
Oh, is it oh, okay.
540135.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. It's the fact that it's written inverted, which is kind of weird, like literally backwards.
Or no, is it 523104? Oh yeah.
Oh, it could be a number 2.
That's true, it could be.
Yeah, and then it wouldn't be inverted. Have you said that, Taylor? Sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I thought.
Apologies. Oh,
Oh.
Don't move a muscle, my good seaman. Now, Mikotoba, would you do the honors and open the trunk?
How on earth do you expect me?
It's a 7-digit number, remember? Quickly now, we have little time.
We do.
Technically, we're about 12 minutes overtime.
yeah.
We are. I just left it because
Oh, wow.
I thought it'd be a bit crap leaving it halfway through the deductions.
I mean, I suppose.
So,
So should we try
523.
Should we try the 5231045?
No, it's 523. You put 521.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, sorry. 3-1. 5231.
1
5231045. Yeah, sorry, I was being stupid. Try it that way. Yeah. It's upside down.
Fortunately, Danganronpa has trained us well for this.
Yeah.
Click. Huh. That did it. It's open.
You had to meddle, didn't you?
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Well, Eugen, you found me now.
Seishiro.
My back is absolutely killing me.
Oh, dear.
I was really hoping beyond hope not to find you here, you know?
But you're not entirely unsurprised, I take it.
But is he entirely unsurprised?
What?
I mean, it is about time.
I've only just stood up for the trunk!
Well, Yeah, well, you've got time to let your back adjust, Jikoku, until next time. Yes, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to leave it halfway through the deduction because I thought that'd be a bit rubbish. So, yes, have some free extra content, guys.
A bonus 10 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. If you do like what we do, then please consider giving us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of our video uploads that appear every Wednesday and Saturday. And go check out some other content as well while you're waiting if you want to. We've got plenty up there.
Yeah.
And until next time, we'll see you again.
We gotta get the heck out of here! And remember, my dear fellows, in the intervening time, the furtive glance is your unfaltering ally.
Now, hang on a minute, Taylor. You can't do that. Otherwise, people are going to be like, but who voices Sholmes? Is it
I
Pete?
don't
Is
know,
it
my
Tim?
dear fellow.
It's so
They'll have
hard
to use their
tell.
deductive skill.
Their furtive ears.